Morning, functional strength chums. It is I, Sarah Tagg. I'm live from Tag Towers, but when you see this, it's about 2 hours after I'm actually recording. Yes, it's a bit of an April Fool's stunt. It's not really. I just have to take my son somewhere at 10 o'clock. So I got up super early to record this for you. So what are we going to need today? So I'm going to be using my dining chair. I am going to be using, ta-da, some weights, and that is pretty much it. Now, what you'll see is I'm using some proper dumbbells. I usually use the tins. As you can see, we've got the red kidney beans, but Tim Tagg ran upstairs and stole them last night to make chili. So I've only got one, so I'm going to be using the proper dumbbells. But you can use bottles of water, tins, whatever you've got. You might want to drink, and if you haven't got one with you, make sure you drink at the end. Otherwise, you want a nice safe space to work in. You'll probably need a wall or something you can stand up tall to balance with, and you need to make sure you're not feeling poorly or unwell. If you are, move away and do this when you're better. Right, should we get started, chums? Let's do it. So, let's start warming up. So we're going to take that nice long stance, feet hip width apart, nice open chest, and we're going to think about just starting with that shoulder movement. We're going to just squeeze up, push that breath out, relax the shoulders down as you come down. So we're breathing in and we're breathing out. Good. So how are we feeling today? Now, some of you may be in the midst of blistering sunshine, but it's quite foggy here in Cardigan, so I'm hoping it clears up for you all later on and we can have a nice proper spring start to April. Now, once we've done that 3 or 4 times, we're going to just see if we can move these feet. So just 1 foot at a time, thinking about how am I feeling? Am I all right? Is everything, anything a bit sore? If it is, remember, pace yourself. Go easy, never push into pain. Now, we're going to take the feet a little bit wider and we'll do this lower back warm up. So remember, imagine you've got a wall in front of you and a wall behind you, nice open chest, and we're just going to gently lift that rib cage out of the hips, but we can't lean forwards and we can't lean backwards. Good. So really nice and easy. Breathe out. Breathe in. Don't worry too much about when you do it, as long as you keep doing it. That's good. So when you've done that enough times, you think, oh, that feels a little bit less stiff. Usually 3 or 4 times is enough. We're going to come back up and then we're just going to circle these hips a little bit. So as if you were stirring the pot. Stirring the pot, or Elvis the pelvis, whatever you prefer. And then we'll change direction. So just a nice little loosening move here. Good. And then we'll come back to center. Just soften your knees a little bit and we'll see if we can take that prayer position. See if you can keep that chin in line with the thumbs. And we're going to take that gentle movement one way, come back to center, relax those shoulders. I always find it really helps to draw my tummy button in doing this one because it just helps isolate those hips. Stops them gently turning. We're just really trying to get this movement from here for now. And then once we've done that a few times, we can then think about just letting those hips go, let those arms go. If you're in a smaller space and you've got things around you, just be really careful because it's amazing how much span these arms take. And we're just taking that opposite heel away from the floor just to protect those knees. Good. So you can let those hips go a little bit. Brilliant. Okay, how are we feeling? We okay? Yeah, of course you are. Of course you are. You're the team. Now, let's bring those feet back to hip width apart. We're going to go back to that little walk on the spot. And I'm just going to bring my arm movement in a little bit. So when we're working inside, we tend to, I know you wouldn't go necessarily walking down the road sort of like, well, some people do. But it's a nice way of just not making sure you're not sort of over swinging the arms and you can get a nice pace going. Great stuff. And then we're going to bring those feet out a little bit. We're going to come back to hip width apart and we're going to take those feet out a little bit. then come back to hip width apart. And then you may notice the hip flexors just feeling a little bit tired. So we'll just stretch them out and at the same time, start with these backward taps. So we'll open out those hips a little bit. Nice, strong trunk. And you can just let these arms relax for now. Let those arms relax for now. Keep drawing that tummy button in. Good stuff. Okay, now what I'm going to get you to do is just gently increase the range a little bit. So you might need to slow it down. Just open up those hips a little bit more. The hips are still square on. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Now leave that foot there. See if you can press the heel of that back foot down towards the floor. Feel that little stretch in the calf muscle. Bring it up, bring it in. Let's do the same on the other side. Press gently down to the floor. Great stuff. And then we're going to bring it in. Now this time we're going to take a little chest press out. So remember that W position. Okay, and then we're going to take that tap behind us. So we're going to add a little bit of arm movement. Push. So we're going out and in. Really doesn't matter what you do with those legs. So if you can't get the coordination, get that chest press movement and just walk on the spot. Good. Now we're going to bring it in. We're going to tap out to the side. Good. Tap out to the side. You got it. You've got it. Now, the session we've got today for you is really nice and simple. I decided not to overdo it today. Okay, Easter weekend coming up. So we have got 8, what I think are really basic exercises, and they would be my choice, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now, just see if you can leave that foot out a little bit wider and we'll come into that little squeeze. So we're going to do those hamstring curls. Brilliant. I'm going to add a bicep curl. Super. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're just going to gently walk it out. So while you're walking it out, we're going to take a little punch. Okay, so we're really getting these shoulders warmed up. We're going to punch up. Okay, not overreaching yet. And forwards. We're going to punch to the side. We're going to punch up. Good. Forwards. Let's punch to the other side. Okay, so we're going to go up again, reaching up and forwards. And then we're just going to relax these arms. Just let them swing. Just take those little toe taps forwards. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, now we're going to just see if we can bring these toe taps into some knee lifts. So we're really making sure these hips are warmed up before we get started. And we're going to do 5 and 4 and 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's just pedal it out. Pedal it out. And while you're doing that, give yourself a nice big pat on the back. So same hand, same shoulder. Okay, and release, same on the other side. Good. Same hand, same shoulder. Super. And then we're just going to open out that chest, draw those shoulder blades together. Bring the arms down, breathe in and breathe out. And then we're going to bring those heels down. We're just going to take that small step in front of us, sink down into that back of the thigh stretch. Good. Okay, gently bring it up. We're going to walk it out. We're going to do the same on the other side. Super, super. Okay, and then we're going to bring it up. Lovely. So let's just take some side steps. I'm going to step to my right, and we're just going to make a nice little rhythmic movement. So what we've got now, as I said, 8 exercises. We're going to do 2 sets of 10 exercises on each. Now, for those of you that find 10 too challenging, find the number that works for you. Find the number works for you. If you want to do more than 10, so if you're thinking, actually 10, I'm now finding not a challenge, I'm going to work up to 15, that's great. If 15 are easy, we need to think about progression. So either increasing the range or the resistance we're using, okay? Now, bring those feet to about squat width apart. Now, I'm going to be using the chair for this today, but if you prefer to do it without the chair, that's fine. We need to make sure those heels stay down and we're pushing that bottom behind them. Try not to sort of, I do it a bit, I know I tend to arch my back, so try and drop that tail behind without overarching. And then you have to really push into those heels to come up. So let's do some mini squats. We're going to do 5, good, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Excellent work. Tap it out, tap it out. All right then, we're going to just see if we can take 2 or 3 coming down to our fuller range, okay? Only find that position that you feel comfortable with. Make sure those knees aren't doing that, okay? In line with that second toe. And then we're going to walk it out. Good stuff. Whew. Are we ready to rock and roll? Yes, of course we are. So if you need a comfort break or a drink, I'm going to give you a minute. Now, I'll just tell you, we're going to do this without music today. Number one, I just think that it's a slightly higher quality. So if you would like to put some music on, you can probably pause me now. Put some music on so you can have something to inspire you. Otherwise, just gently move your feet. We are going to be starting using that chair for our squats. Now, if you've progressed to the point that you started to use resistance, don't do what I just did and knock the other weight on the floor. Shoulders nice and relaxed, and you can hold your dumbbell, your tin, or your 2 dumbbells here, okay? We are going to make sure those feet are hip width apart. Okay, I'm going to use my chair. Remember, if it's in danger, if you tend to suddenly sit down heavily, put that chair against a wall so that if you do end up falling backwards into the chair, you're not going to knock the chair backwards. So I wouldn't recommend that you aim to fall into the chair. It's just in case, okay? So we've got those feet hip width apart. Are we ready to start? We're going to aim for 10 to 15, heels on the floor. Let's go for it. So we're going to drop that bottom, push up through the heels. Good. Now, don't worry if you can't go all the way into that chair. That's absolutely fine. Okay, if you're not using that way, remember, you can take those hands in front of you. Keep that chest lifted. Good. Now, if you're thinking, oh, this is actually quite easy, hold for 3 seconds, drive back up. Good. Hold for 3 seconds, heels down, drive back up. Good. Now I've got 4 more, I think. And when I've done that, I'm going to just walk on the spot. So it's a stand to almost sit. It's a stand, tap or not tap, all the way up. Good. Okay. Great stuff. Great stuff. So we're just going to roll these shoulders, and then I'm going to take you to your other weight. So I have very naughtily allowed mine to roll on the floor. So I'm going to pick it up. And what we're going to do now, we're going to do some upright rows. So take those feet hip width apart, softness in the knee. Okay, nice long spine. So palms facing you. And again, remember, it's that elbows out to the side, hands close to the body. Okay, so we're working the upper back muscles. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze those elbows out. Good. So elbows out. Draw those shoulder blades together. Breathe out. Good. So this exercise is absolutely brilliant for our modern lives. We just don't use those upper back muscles enough. They get lengthened, they get weak, and we start to do that. So this is combating everyday living. Good. So I'm going to do 2 more, and then I'm going to hold my weights there. Now, we're going to work the calf muscles next. So don't worry if you're still finishing your repetitions. Now, if you feel balance-wise, you're comfortable not holding on to anything, we can hold on to these weights. You may find you need to put one weight or both weights down and then hold on to something. So what we're going to do next is 10 heel raises. We've got a bit of resistance though. So we're going to lift up and slowly down. Good. We're going to lift up and slowly down. Excellent. So again, strong calf muscles mean that everyday activities are going to be easier. So good. That's it. Really lift those heels. Now, remember, watch out for that. Okay, we see a lot of that. Just pushing the pelvis forwards. You feel the weight coming into your balls of your feet, but you're not actually using those calf muscles. So really lift those heels up, slowly down. Keep that chest open. Keep standing nice and tall. Keep that space between the base of the ribs and the top of the pelvis. You've got it. And bring it back down. Lovely. Now, we are going to take that W position. So again, if the shoulders are slightly sort of not as flexible as you'd like, or maybe I'd like, turn those palms to face you. And then what we're going to do, we're going to see if we can take both arms up. Now you can make this alternate if you prefer, slowly back down. Good. So knees slightly soft, bottom in. Good. Strong trunk. Good. You ready? Looking straight ahead, long back of the neck. Excellent. So everything is strong. Breathing out. You've got it. Breathing out. So again, I'm aiming for 10. Anywhere between 8 and 15 is an appropriate number of repetitions. If you can't do 8, maybe try and do it without weight and then gradually build the weights in. Good. I've lost count now. I'm going to say this is my last one. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to my leg strength. So I'm going to go back to my chair. Now this time I'm going to see if I can hold my weights here. But if you're not sure about that, just pop them somewhere safe and you can use your arms. So feet hip width apart. If you're taking them slightly wider, just ever so slightly turn those toes out. Otherwise, nice 12 o'clock position, 1 o'clock position if you need it. And off we go. Heels down. Good. That's excellent. Chest lifted. Good. Now, if you want to make it harder, remember, slow it down. Power up. Harder again. Slow it down. Pause. And up. When I say pause, it doesn't mean you're sitting. You're actually holding that static position. Breathe out as you power up. Good. That's it. Breathe out as you power up. Lovely. Good. Okay, I think we got 3 or 4 more. 3. Lovely. 2. And last one. Move those feet. Move those feet so we don't get dizzy. Just roll those shoulders. So if you put your weights down, see if you can take your weights, and we're going to just move those feet, roll those shoulders. So remember that upright row position. So in a way, hands closer together, rather than starting there, slightly close together, and then we're taking those elbows out. Okay, so elbows out. All right, let's do it, shall we? Okay. Breathing out. Control it down as you breathe in. Great stuff. As long as you're breathing out, like I said, it doesn't matter too much when you do it, but I find it really helps to focus my mind on what I'm doing, to breathe out as I do the hardest part of the move. Good. Because you don't have to keep those hands close together as you move up. Nice long neck. Looking straight ahead, maybe even looking slightly down. So you've got that imaginary orange between your chin and your chest. I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to relax. Good stuff. So on to the calf work now. So again, we can hold on to those weights to give ourselves a little bit of extra resistance to work against. And we're going to lift those heels off the floor. So keep that nice strong trunk. Good. You can hold onto the wall or we can do it. Excellent. So again, lifting those heels slowly down, powering up. Good. slowly down. Excellent. Powering up, slowly down. Well done, guys. On fire today, aren't you? Good. 4 more. And 3. Good. Last 2. You might feel those calves burning now. Yeah, me too. Last one. And bring it down. Okay, and just roll those shoulders. So, W position, soft knees. Good. Bottom in, long chest. And again, are you ready? And again, I really find it helps to breathe out on that hardest part. Try and keep those wrists nice and strong. Keep going. I'm just going to show you what I mean by strong wrists. So we're not doing that. You can see that. We're keeping that wrist nice and long. So this is going to help prevent any issues with those wrists. Good. You're probably on about number 6 now, are you? Great stuff. So when you've done your 10, just roll the shoulders, move those feet slightly. And again. Superb, superb. And I'm going to do my last one. Okay. Let's just see if we can roll the shoulders and pop those weights down. So we have done 2 sets of 4 exercises. We are halfway through. If you'd like a sip of water, be my guest. One of the things I forgot to tell you we need at the start is the resistance band for one of the exercises at the end. Don't worry if you haven't got it, you can use your weights. Now, what we're going to do once you've had a drink is we have got balance exercise, press-ups against the wall. We've got more leg strength, that backward lunge, and we have got some upper back strength, and then we are done. So 2 sets of those. All right, hang on in there, April the 1sters. Right then, let's think about the balance first of all. So we're going to really think about drawing that tummy button in to help with the balance. We're going to imagine you've got the Encyclopedia Britannica on the top of your head, and it's a vintage edition that's worth a lot of money. So don't drop it. Now, you may need that wall to hold on to, but make sure you're not like this. Otherwise, we're just going to learn to do that rather than really get that balance going, those core muscles working. So place this Encyclopedia Britannica, imaginary, on your head. Soften those knees. Use that wall for balance if you need it. Make sure you're nice and tall. Okay, so as we take one foot off the floor, we're going to make sure that Britannica Encyclopedia doesn't fall off. And then we're going to challenge the balance by maybe taking 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, maybe the thumb away. That index finger is the last to go. And then we're going to just bring it back if we need it. 3, 2, 1. And bring that foot down. Just take that little pedal, move the feet. Same on the other side, okay? So on the other side, good. Now you can either change directions, just soften that knee ever so slightly, push that supporting leg into the floor. Start to challenge that balance. Now if your balance is good, you might find you can take that arm away fairly early on. So what I'm going to get you to do is start to move those arms. Remember your encyclopedia to challenge that balance. Focus on a fixed point in the distance. Good. Whoa, I'm almost about to go. 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot down. Good. Move those feet. Excellent. We'll do that again in a moment. Now, take that press up position against the wall. Remember, we don't want those hands too high. We need them in that W position, slightly wider than shoulder width apart. So when you're ready, we're going to just hold that plank position, push away, and slowly lower yourself back towards the wall. Remember, we're not lifting that chin. As you come towards the wall, you don't have to press your head into the wall, just push back again. So you don't have to come really close. As soon as that nose gets anywhere near, good, just push away, good, breathe out. Now if that's Okay, if you think, well, 10 of those is quite easy, take your feet back a little bit. You might need to slide those hands down a little bit and challenge a little bit more. Good. So when we've done our 10 chums, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. You may be doing a few more, you may be doing a few less. Just come away, shake those arms out, roll those shoulders. Great stuff. And then the wall again. So we're going to use the wall for balance with our lunge. Now we're going to take that foot, press it firmly into the floor, and with the other foot, we're going to take a little step backwards, and as if you were going into some sort of curtsy, weight into that front leg, but make sure the front heel is down. And then we're going to push that front heel down into the floor, come back up. All right. Now, we can make it very small, particularly if the knees aren't sure. We can make it bigger, but if we're making it bigger, make sure this back knee drops in line with that hip. Drive up. Good. So this is what you're going to need to get off the floor. This movement is it. So let's do 8 more, shall we? Good. Now you may need the wall, you may not, but make sure if you're not using it, you're not wobbling all over the place. We want to train these core muscles to hold you nice and strong. Good. We're going to do 5, 4, press that foot down into the floor. 3, come on, you can do this. Do you remember the last 2? As long as it's challenging, doesn't matter if you don't do the 10 or if you do more or less than 10. Walk it out. Let's change legs, okay? So again, just find your range, find what's going to work for you. That's good. And then we're going to do 10. Excellent. Good. Fantastic, guys. So you may not be holding on, but you may need these arms for balance. Good. That's fantastic. So I think I've got 4 more. I've lost count again. There's a pigeon watching me. He's putting me off my game. Great stuff. Last one for me anyway. Walk it out. Walk it out. Good stuff. So we're going to finish that set of exercises with our upper band strength. So just move your feet a little bit. We're going to relax the shoulders away from the ears, nice open chest. So like that row, we're going to draw the band apart, keep the elbows close and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Okay, so we're going to do 10, breathe out, 9, good. We're going to go 8 and 7. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. 6, 5, and we've got 4 more. 4. That's good. You can feel the back of the shoulders. You can feel the shoulder blades. Keep that nice long neck. Okay, last one coming up, friends. Last one coming up. Whoo! Okay, shake it out. Have a little drink if you need, and then we're going to go back to those 4, and then we are done. This is my main 8. So have a little drink if you need it. Roll those shoulders. You are doing amazingly well. So if you think about it, we did the thighs, glutes, calves with the sit to stand. We did upper back muscles with that upright row. We're doing more upper back muscles with this row. Calf muscles with the heel raises. Shoulders with the shoulder press. We did chest, shoulders, triceps with the press ups. We've been working your core muscles with the balance and more thigh. Very functional. So if you think about if you're weeding in the garden, if you find yourself on the floor, tying up your shoelace, you are going to be able to get off that floor because you've been practicing the lunges. Right, let's go back to it, shall we? So balance first of all. Now, what we're going to do this time, again, you can hold onto the wall. We are going to balance on one leg, but this time we're going to bring in that slow opposite hand tap and up. Okay, so we're going to do 4 on each side. We're going to go 4. Now, if you need to hold onto the wall, hold on with this hand. 3. Draw that tummy button in, okay? Remember your Encyclopedia Britannica. Good. It's on top of that head. Imagine it's like pulling chewing gum. That's it. And then change sides. Oh, it's hard this side now. 3 and 2. Oh, exactly. Imagine you're having to really pull that foot off the floor. 1 and then push it back down. Good work. Brilliant. Press ups against the wall. Let's go for it, shall we? Come on, let's really relax the shoulders away from the ears. Draw that tummy button in. So it's very much a plank position. This is what we should be seeing, not that. Okay? Right, let's do it. Good. 10 and 9. Good. I'm doing this for me. So I actually get the right number. Oh, I've already lost count. Excellent. Keep that chin drawn to the back of the neck, okay? Just imagine you've got that little tennis ball between your chin and the chest, and you're just holding it there. Good. Okay, I think I've got 2 more. You keep counting. Remember, it's no good relying on Mrs. Tag to count for you. She can't even count for herself. So just get a nice bit of loosening going. Okay, so we've done the balance, we've done the press ups, we're going to do the leg strength. So remember, there's a purpose to this. This is one of the really valuable skills. So we're going to take that step behind. As if you don't have to touch the floor with your knee, I would suggest you avoid it just in case you start to promote problems. But just drop it in line with that hip, push up and back. Good. So you might find you can only do a couple of these. That's okay. Do a couple really well. Next week, you might be able to do 3. The week after, you may be able to do 4. Very soon, we're going to be on fire. Good. Push up into that heel. Don't let that knee push over that front toe. Good. That's it. Really step back. Push up. Good. I'm going to do this is my last one, I think. Good. Keep going if you need to do a few more. Roll those shoulders. Okay, let's do it. So, changing sides. Good. That's great. Dropping that knee. Seeing if you can keep those hips square on. So, really use that wall for balance if you need it. Push into that heel. You've got it, guys. That's it. Good. That's it. Okay, I think that's my 10. If you're shouting at the screen going, you only did 8, you only did 9, my apologies. And then just move the feet because it does catch your breath. This isn't designed, this class of stamina. It is designed for resistance work, muscle strength and endurance. But if you're repeatedly using the big muscles, sometimes gets your breath. Right. Last one. So what we're going to do for the last one is we're going to do a set of our wood chops. So we're going to grab our tin or our weight and we're going to just take those feet sort of comfortably a little bit wider than hip width apart. Okay, now remember this one. What we're going to do is we'll be sort of taking the weight here and then we're just transferring that weight. So as we come across, this heel is going to just gently, we're going to rotate these hips. So this heel is going to come away from the floor. So we're going to take this, I'm so earnest, I've just lost myself. We're just going to take this tin and we're going to just take it here, rotate through the hips, back down. So both heels are down, knees in line with that big toe. Good. That's great, guys. So we're dropping down to your left knee, outside of that left knee, coming up to that right shoulder. Good. All right. That's great. Oh, I'm wondering where you've been. That's it. Hello, beauty. Having a little snooze, have you? Good. Okay. All right. Last one coming up. And bring it down. So you might just want to move those feet, and then come back to position, soften those knees, bottom in. This time we're going to bring that down here. Just to the first couple, maybe just thinking about gradually building that range, okay? That's good. If anything feels wrong, remember, make the range smaller or do something completely different if you're really not sure. Good, so we're almost pushing that right hip towards your shoulder. That's it. Good. Nice relaxed shoulders. Breathing out. Breathing in. Fantastic. Last one. Bring it down. Walk it in. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to put my tin down. Have a drink of water. Well done, everybody. That was super duper. It's that early in the morning. I think, oh, I've drunk it. I didn't have my water. I just had my coffee. So we are going to just think about cooling down. So when you've had a little comfort break, drink of water, we're just going to move these feet and just circle these wrists. Circle these wrists. Oh, the one pigeon has now grown to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just staring at me through the window. Something slightly unnerving about it. I think the lady next door must feed them at this time. Okay, so we're just going to take some little taps. Make a fist. Open out these fingers. Good. Open. Great stuff. So really nice session today, guys. And in fact, it felt sort of really good. I liked the 8, just getting warmed up. 8 exercises, not overdoing it. I don't know how you feel about it, but I really enjoyed this one. So I might see if we can just pick the 8 we want to do, go for it, and then cool down, boom. Be about 45 minutes the session, rather than over-egging the custard. So roll those shoulders. Let's just see if we can walk these legs out a little bit. What we're going to do is turn the toes to 12 o'clock, so a bit wider than normal. And all we're going to do is just reach up, breathe in, and breathe out. You can bend those knees slightly if you need to, or don't worry too much if it's really uncomfortable. Now, what we're going to do this time, when we breathe in, we're going to draw that tummy button in, take that side bend, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Same on the other side. Breathe in, draw that shoulder blade down the back, breathe out, breathe in, and then just walk the feet back in. And then we're going to just see if we can open out this chest, bring those arms in, open, reach over that head, stretch up, draw those shoulder blades down the back, and then bring those hands down, bring them around your back. See if you can draw those fingers together and just open out those shoulders at the front. So almost retract the shoulders, draw those shoulders away from the ears. Good. Looking straight ahead. And if you like, you can just gently squeeze those arms up and release. And then we'll just let those arms go. Superb, superb. Now, we're tapping forwards. So what we're going to do is steady the feet, take that foot behind you, press the heel to the floor. I'm going to use the wall. So I'm going to place my hands on the wall, bring my feet quite close, and I'm going to take that foot behind me, press the heel of this back foot down towards the floor. So I'm just getting a really nice stretch there. We're going to hold it for about 15 seconds. Then we're going to release, gently bring that foot up, Good. Same on the other side. So gently press that heel down. Come into that stretch. Good stuff. And again, your hips are square on, shoulders square on. Nice long neck. Oh, that feels good. That feels really good. Had a little joggle, as I like to call it, with Sam earlier. And I thought, well, I won't stretch. I'll do it with everyone in the class. Good. Now, steady those feet. This time, we're going to take this arm over that shoulder. So this is the stretch for the triceps, but also the shoulders. So we're going to push that elbow towards the ceiling. Breathe out. And then we're going to just release. Just let those arms swing a little bit. Maybe just let those feet go. And we'll do the same on the other side. Good. All right, so well done. And I know lots of you have been really dedicated in doing this session weekly since we started, since September. And I just want to say well done, and also massive thank you. I'm hoping that you've noticed maybe a difference in your strength levels. If it's not made a difference to your strength levels, then hopefully maybe just your well-being levels. But it's certainly made a difference to mine. And I really appreciate you being so dedicated. And I do know that as summer goes on, things may open up a little bit more. But we'll just see. We'll keep going, see how we go, and stay in touch. Now, we're going to do the front of those thighs, and then we're going to do the back of the thigh. So we'll start with the back of the thigh. We're going to sink down into that back of the thigh stretch. So remember, again, I've been talking about it a lot today. Hips square on, shoulders square on. Just sort of hinging at the hips. Trying not to lean. If we do this, it's more of a back stretch. So keep that back nice and long. Good. You can draw that toe up if you want to increase the challenge. And then we're going to gently come out of it. Move those feet a little bit. We'll do the same on the other side. Good. Sink down into that back of the thigh stretch. Good. Excellent. Good. And if you feel comfortable, we're going to draw that toe up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to release. Okay. So, last little stretch, my friends. Front of the thigh. And then I'm going to let you go. So we're going to stand holding onto the wall. We're going to bring that knee up. Hold onto the back of the trainer, trouser leg. And we're just going to stand nice and tall. Lift that chest. Gently push the hip of the bent leg forwards. Good. That's it. Great stuff. Now, just see if you can stand nice and tall. Release. Move those feet as you come out of it, and we'll do the same on the other side. So again, now remember, if you can't hold on, just bend that knee. See if you can squeeze that heel up. All we're trying to do is lengthen this muscle that runs knee to hip. That's good. So stand nice and tall. Breathe out. And release. Breathe in. Okay, my friends. So we're going to come away from the wall. We're going to think about our breath out. We're going to think about that breath in. And we're going to breathe out. Breath in. And give those hands a little shake. Give those toes a little shake. Excellent work. Congratulations. Another super session done. So make sure you have a drink. Have a great day, and we shall see you next week. Oh, and happy Easter.